Praise be Jesus Christ, now and forever. Continue to ask for your prayers for our brethren in Syria. There are different reports, but the outlook does not look good. There are reports, of course, of how this new regime or this new rebel group is going to be very tolerant, but already we're hearing reports of looting in churches and damage to Christian properties, etc. So to continue to please pray for our Christian brethren in Syria. And also our appeal, our Giving Tuesday appeal is almost there. We're very grateful to everyone and for everyone who has given. We're almost there, just a little push. So if you haven't donated, we'd be grateful for anything you can do to help our brethren, this time in Iraq and in Egypt with the two projects. One of the words we hear frequently during Advent, we might even say it's a particularly Advent word, is wait. This waiting is meant to be expectant, not passive, a waiting that knows that something will happen. It's not an optimistic awaiting with the possibility that it will never happen, but an awaiting in the hope of a promise that will be fulfilled. It is, as many of the church fathers wrote, the same kind of waiting that the prophets of old did, the whole people of Israel, with the promise of the Messiah. This is the event we celebrate at Christmas, that the promise was fulfilled, and although not in its fullness, it will only come with the new heavens and the new earth. We can, in the life of the church and the sacraments, participate in the life of eternity now. Part of the etymology of waiting involves being wakeful or awake, another word very much associated with Advent. St. Paul tells us that the night is far gone and we must be awake and ready. Jesus tells us to be on the watch for the Master's return. That image, not only for Advent, but for our whole Christian life, is something that must be deeply ingrained in our Christian practice, but it's very hard to focus on, precisely because we're so caught up in the daily affairs of our lives. Maybe that's one of the functions of the Advent season, to remind us of the need to watch and wait, because we do not know the day or the hour. Being awake means we will not be caught off guard. Scripture often reminds us not to slumber. Watching, linked with waiting, is, as I said, not passive. The Lord will come. Our job is to be prepared. St. Paul tells us that in this time of waiting, we must try and live good lives, unsullied by the world. St. Augustine, in one of his sermons, paints a beautiful picture of the waiting of the ancient world, the prophets and the seers, as they awaited the fulfillment of the ancient promises, at last completed in the birth at Bethlehem. The remnant of Israel, personified in so many of the characters of in the Christmas story, the shepherds, Simeon and Anna, and most completely Mary and Joseph, were the ones who truly waited with expectancy and hope. They believed and awaited, as St. Augustine said. That's our task, both in Advent and for all our Christian lives, to believe and await. Brethren, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, like a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.